Right, well, happy weekend. I started this last weekend. It's got legs. Bad. I'm gonna have to grind down. I found those, but I had to cut the legs. Now we gotta cut the top off. And then we have a palm tree. We're gonna probably do 6 of them. And I'm gonna message the guy. He said he wants 8, but I think it's gonna be too busy. Sometimes less is more, you know? And we'll go from there. My girlfriend's working on sanding down a bureau for her son. We also got these to do. We got these from Delilah's dad. They're Ashley Furniture. So now we're gonna start.
And to sand her down.
Sand her down. I'm gonna make some noise too. If I get the GoPro mount right. Haven't made one of these in a while. So what we're gonna do is cut a little bit, then we'll stop. Cut a little bit and stop. Cut a little bit, stop, all the way around. Make a good round. Almost finished. We got that much more to do. So I'll probably cut the right here and take a break and then cut the rest.
Let's move our project.
Hold on. She looks a lot more like a fire pit. I just gotta trim a little bit and grind a little bit, but overall not too bad. All right, let's see. Kind of got to remember where your lines are. If I should come do this. That's what I'm gonna do. Come on. Two more to do, and then probably cut a little sliver out right there. I wonder if this is be a better ground than that. Come on. Come on. It's hot. No ground. That's what's the problem. Just like being a fuddy-duddy. Come on. All right, there's that part. And so now we got to cut all this out. And then I can knock that inside, and then the silhouette will be there. But you get the gist of what I'm gonna do. I'll get back when I'm like right here. I forgot to record. First one's cut out, and he got back to me and said to go with 6. So we gotta go with 5 more. Got to draw them out because it's gonna storm. It's probably gonna storm. So I mean, don't look good. Out here, here's my big tree, my maple tree. Yeah, we're going to draw them out today. I might cut one more out, and then we also have to cut the hole down there. And then tomorrow is grinding it smooth, you know, and dropping it off tomorrow. So we'll be back. So we're on palm tree number 5. It's taking a lot longer than what I remember. It's been a long time since I've made one. if I'm gonna have time to make any trophies today, but all the stuff is here, so. Some of them are a pain to get out. Ow! That was my hand. There. There's a tree. I think it might come down a little bit. There. Yeah, that looks a little better. So here's palm tree number 6. I didn't exactly get all the areas ground down. I just use stencils. I'm not an artist, like drawing wise, per se. You know, I can draw a mean stick figure. That's about it. Yeah, that's why I use stencils. It's a lot easier using a stencil than trying to draw the same thing exactly the same or close to the same 6 times. So I gotta make sure I let myself know those are for the lines. See, this is the boring part, you know, that I don't usually show people. This all takes time, you know. And then cleaning up afterwards. I got all this stuff to sweep up. The first one, I tried doing these, but this machine is not as good as what my Lincoln was. So I just decided just to grind the first ones down and just make them all smooth. So miss my Lincoln. She is destroyed. I gave it to Nacho and he took it apart. Now one more, but we're not done because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because then we got to go on the inside and knock all the slag off, all the stuff. That's what takes the longest time, and then smooth it out. So let's get this done and popping. We'll be back. Just got done chipping away the slag, and now we got to grind it. We got to smooth out the insides because it's just rough cuts, and you got to smooth it out. Show you guys a little bit. I've already done 2 of them. 3 more to go, or 4 more to go. this is the boring part. And there's one. So now I gotta do 3 more. And then I'll go on the outside too and hit it like a little bit. So just looks done. So it's not so uneven, but I mean, then again, palm trees aren't exactly even, so nothing in nature is. So I got 1, 2, 3 little grinding on a couple of the pads. And then when the buyer gets here, I'm going to have him place, we're going to mark the hole and cut it out.